Welcome back to KAMMA. I'm Khalil Deal.
I'm Andy O.
And we are back to talk about UFC Macau, also known as UFC Fight Night 277. And the main event is going to be Song Yadong versus Davison Figueiredo. This is going to be an early event starting at 4 a.m. Eastern time. So you're going to have to wake up mad early for this one, folks. And we're going to talk about our early predictions and breakdowns for the prelims. Quick recap. 2 weeks ago, we had a nice week off 2 weeks ago. Andy O holding down the channel, going 8-5 in the predictions. And I went 6-7. So respect Andy O for holding us down. Also making it on UFC Prediction Tracker with a 3-week winning streak. So yeah, looking good here at KMMA. Andy O with the 3-week winning streak. Loving it, bro. So yeah, let's talk about the prelims. We got Loma Lookboonmee versus Jacqueline Amarim. Then we got Kang Ji Zhu against Rodrigo Vera. Angela Hill against Jingyang Zhang. Ray Tsuruya against Louis Gurule. Ayori Kileng against Cody Haddon. Meng Ding against Jose Enrique. And the main event of the prelims, Luis Felipe Diaz versus Yik Sak Lee. All right, Andy O. So for the first fight here, the ladies going at it. Who do you got between Loma Lookboonmee and Jacqueline Amarim over here?
Okay, with Jacqueline Amarim, I think she's looked pretty good lately. She was on a nice little run there until she lost a decision to Mizuki Inoue. But she's a finisher here, and I think she's more dangerous than Lookboonmee here. Tough fight to call, though. It depends on how she comes out, you know? And I'm kind of going back and forth here. There's a chance Lookboonmee comes out on fire, just gets the volume going, gets her rhythm going, fends off those takedowns. But, you know, she has to be perfect, like, for the whole fight. I think Jacqueline Amarim can capitalize on the minimal opportunities she has. She's going to be lethal if she gets her down. And, yeah, again, she's a finisher, so I think she's going to be looking to put her away. And I'm going to go with Jacqueline Amarim here by sub or decision.
Yeah,
you know, yeah, sub or decision.
Yeah, Loma Lookboonmee, you know, she's a very decorated fighter, man. Her fighting style is Muay Thai combined with some grappling. She relies on elite striking, you know, the art of 8 limbs. Dangerous knees, elbows, aggressive Thai clinch, high-level takedowns. She's a 9-time Muay Thai champion and the first Thai fighter to compete in the UFC. She's known for her ability to control the clinch and deliver powerful strikes like elbows and knees in close quarters. She uses crisp footwork, disciplined strikes, and sharp head movement to outstrike her opponents from the outside. Jacqueline Amarim, well, you know, she is a finisher, like Andy O, you just said there. She is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu specialist, man. She's very, very good at jiu-jitsu. Very good, powerful striking and takedown defense as well. She does have significant strikes, very good grappling techniques. She likes to get advantageous positions in the fight. She loves to blend her striking with her grappling. She's a jiu-jitsu black belt under Faustino Neto and a member of the Checkmate team in the martial arts international competitive circuit. She's very skilled jiu-jitsu, very good grappling, and very aggressive fighting style as well. And what I like about Jacqueline Amarim in this one here, she's going to have a 2-inch height advantage, number one, but the most is the reach advantage. Look at this, Andy O. 6.5-inch reach advantage for Jacqueline Amarim. I got to go with Jacqueline Amarim here as well. She's a finisher. You can see 2 knockouts, 8 submissions. She goes out there and fights for your money. I'm also taking Jacqueline Amarim to win by knockout or submission. I really think she can get the finish here.
Okay.
Me and Andy O in agreement with the first fight of the prelims. Let's keep it moving to the next fight here. Next fight, we got Kang Ji Zhu against Rodrigo Vera. So for this one here, man, Kang Ji Zhu, man, this guy's a very explosive fighter, very explosive kickboxer. He's got heavy knockout power, fast strikes, dangerous front kicks. He's known as the hypnotist, one punch man. And the reason for that is because he is a kill or be killed fighter, man. Nasty elbows, good cardio, He's got lethal knockout power in his hands, and he hits you with a sharp right. His right hand is very dangerous. Front kicks are dangerous. Very dynamic kickboxer and Sanda fighter. Excellent distance management, fluid striking exchanges. He's very sharp. He's got damaging elbows in close quarters, and he can grapple. Now, Rodrigo Vera, this guy's a national no-gi jiu-jitsu champion and Muay Thai fighter. He's worked through Peruvian promotions, regional title bouts, and international cards. He's a skilled grappler, very grappling heavy in his fights. He can capitalize on any openings that Zhu may present. Most of his wins come by ground and pound knockout, and he's very, very good on the mat. So this is one of those striker versus grappler type fights here. Rodrigo Vera, the Peruvian son here, one of Javier's sons again here coming in here. We do know. I know you're going to mention this, that he beat that guy that you predicted a couple of weeks ago,
Jesse Diaz.
That's it.
Jesse Diaz.
Juan Diaz was his name. Juan Diaz. He beat him, and Juan Diaz looked amazing in that last fight that he had versus Malcolm Wellmaker. I'm still leaning slightly on Kang Ji-Ju. I just think he's got the powerful knockout power. I think he can get the job done, man. Kang Ji-Ju right now is currently a dog. He was a very large dog before, and money's been coming in on him, and now he's just a slight dog here. I'm going to take the dog, Kang Ji-Ju, to get the win here by knockout or decision. But yeah, it's going to be a close one here, man.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. Rodrigo Vera here is one of Javier's kids, is going to continue the Peruvian heat wave. Theoretically, as I mentioned before, he should be better than Jesse Diaz there. But, who's to say at this point? He's the only guy that Jesse Diaz lost to would be, of course, Rodrigo Vera. What I see about this fight is Zhu here is a road to UFC winner. And he's a good counter striker to the point where he doesn't mind backing up and like he's okay there, comfortable off the back foot. But I think Vera can out pressure him here. I think he's going to stay in his face. Vera also, I'm going to go with he has better cardio, but I don't think that's going to be a problem either way here. Meaning that he'll also be ready for this fight because it's somewhat short notice for him. But the heat wave is always ready, right? He can also mix in takedowns well. And I think he's just going to land a little more damage here. He's going to land a little more shots. He's not going to be the one relying on counter striking. He's going to be the one with the pressure. So I'm going to go with Rodrigo Vera with the hot win.
All right. So me and Andio disagreeing on this one here.
Give me by decision or knockout.
All right. So me and Andio in disagreement with this one. Like I said, man, this one is going to be a very good fight, I think. All right. Let's move on up to the next one here. We got the ladies going at it here. Jing Yang Zhang versus Angela Hill. Andy, who you got in this one?
Oh, man, Angela Hill. They still at it, still willing to travel halfway across the world to battle Jing Nan Zhang here. The thing that surprised me a little here, I thought there would be like a 20-year age gap between these ladies, but it's really not that much. I think Zhang Zhang is 38, I believe. Anyway, pretty close age gap here. Angela Hill, a consistent fighter that shows up. She's never a completely easy out, though. She gets a lot of decisions. I predict a decision for this fight also, either way. Surprisingly, she's improved her grappling a little bit over time in the twilight years. She got a sub not too long ago. But the thing here, I think, while they're the same kind of kickboxing style, she has less power than Zhang. And with the Muay Thai shots there that she uses, I think she puts her combos together well. The concerning thing about her, as a little side note, is she had her last fight, which she did win. She didn't look quite the same. She looked kind of sluggish. She didn't have the same type of pep. Now, also, it was after a 2.5 year sabbatical for whatever reason. So she took that 2 years off fought a girl that she beat. She didn't look quite the same. Could age be creeping up on her? Like it's a little question mark because of that kind of poor performance in her last fight. But nonetheless, it's not like Angela Hill is at her best either. She's lost a couple of steps also. So I'm going to go with the younger girl here with Jing Yang Zhang to get a decision win.
Yeah, you know, those losses come from somewhere for Angela Hill. Look at that, man. 18 wins, 16 losses. She almost has as many losses as she has wins.
Yeah, like Zhang has one more win than her.
41 years old, getting up there in age. She's also 5'3". Xingyang Zhang is going to be taller as well. Angela Hill, she's a Muay Thai fighter. She's very well-rounded. She mixes in takedowns and clinch work. She's very successful in Muay Thai, and her boxing is very good as well. Her striking is very effective. Punches, kicks, knees, elbows. She also uses her experience to control the fight on the feet. And she's also improved her grappling and wrestling. We've seen her actually wrestle more and get some submissions. She got one submission, but she does look better now on the ground.
Well, yeah, this ground improvement only happened within the last few years.
Yeah, exactly. Like she just recently improved that. Xingyang Zhang, however, is a heavy-handed striker. She's got a background in weightlifting, and she's very highly decorated in the China scene. She's been on the national boxing team, and she's got phenomenal punching power, aggressive combinations, excellent takedown defense. Her striking arsenal features crisp footwork, snapping jabs, devastating overhand rights and left hooks. She relies on volume, heavy pressure to break her opponents down. And, she's also difficult to take down. She's very strong. Like I said, she used to weightlift. So she's very strong. I think she might be even stronger than Angela Hill in this one here.
Most people are.
Yeah, and, she's got good defensive grappling. And even though she prefers to strike, she is a dedicated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. So she does have a brown belt in BJJ. So she does know how to get submissions as well. And so I'm going to go with Xingyang Zhang to get the win here. I'm going to go with knockout or decision. I think she's going to get that power and really hurt Angela Hill in this one. So give me Xingyang Zhang to win by knockout or decision. Me and Andy O agreeing in this one here. All right, let's keep it moving. Next fight, we got Ray Tsuruya against Luis Gurul here in this one. So for this one here, man, I like Ray Tsuruya a lot in this one here. This guy, very, very dynamic, grappling, heavy fighter, man. He's got a high-level collegiate wrestling background and very good submission grappling. He's aggressive. He has forward pressure, very creative in the cage. He's a former junior Olympian and amateur wrestler. He relies on explosive double leg and single leg takedowns. He imposes his will, controls the pace of the fight on the mat. He transitions seamlessly into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from the striking. He utilizes scrambles, unorthodox submission attempts. He even stated that his favorite grappling technique is the twister, which is very complex to do. Only one other guy did it, which is, what's his name there? The brother that got the twister. I forgot his name right now. But yeah, he can actually get a twister.
That wasn't the only one.
I think he's one of the only other guys that got it done.
There's like
a couple guys.
Yeah, there's not many. I think there's like three.
There's like a couple guys. Yeah.
Bryce Mitchell even may have gotten one.
Maybe you're right. There's like a couple guys in the UFC that's done it.
But I remember who you're talking about also.
Yeah. Just his name is slipping me right now. Luis Gurul. This guy, we just saw how good he looked in the last fight, which was just not even that long ago, man. And he just beat Daniel Barez just 2 weeks ago.
Crazy, yeah.
By decision. And, the guy is very good. He impressed me a lot. He has very good strikes, good takedowns. He's got a background in wrestling himself. He's got a mix of power strikes and clinch work. He's very versatile in there. Very powerful, technical, but he has bad takedown defense. He looked good in his last fight against Barez, but Barez is nowhere near the level of grappling as Tsuruya here, and doesn't have the kind of submission skills that Ray Tsuruya does either. I really think that Ray Tsuruya is going to get the job done. Luis Gurul is also fighting on short notice here. Ray Tsuruya was supposed to fight Jesus Aguilar, and that fight got canceled. Aguilar got hurt. And so, coming in just from 2 weeks ago, fighting again now, crossing across country to China, I don't think it's a good look for Luis. Give me Ray Tsuruya to win this one by knockout or submission. I think he gets a finish in this one here against Gurul.
No, I really like what I saw with Gurul last time. I think this is a good matchup for Gurul. The only thing Ray Tsuruya has here is his grappling. He has to get that going. Gurul doesn't. From what he's shown, man, even in that scary moment against Barez, when Barez kind of got him down there and was on top and tried to get that sub, Gurul didn't accept submission. He didn't accept, uncomfortable positions. Always looking to get up and never like accepting anything. And that's what I like to see here. Because another problem with Ray Tsuruya is he gasses out. He starts gassing out late in the second round. He's gassed out in the third. Gurul doesn't gas out. He trains at altitude out there in Colorado, so you don't worry about his gassing out. And man, he's uncomfortable on the feet, Tsuruya. Like he may transition seamlessly from the feet to the ground because he's going right to the ground, man. Because this guy, if he stays on the feet with Gurul's gonna walk him down and just what he did last time, I think, against Barez, man. I don't think Ray Tsuruya is gonna be able to handle that power and those straight shots that always seem to find their mark. At least they did against Barez. The thing with Gurul before, and we were talking about this to the deal, is that he always seems to get kind of rocked in his fights. And it's only a matter of time before he gets knocked out. We thought Barez may have a chance of knocking him out. But Barez just didn't have that enough power.
He didn't have that killer instinct, man. He did not have that killer instinct.
There was one point with killer instinct, but most of the fight he just didn't have that extra power to really hurt Gurul enough to worry about walking him down, right? I feel Ray Tsuruya is like that. He's not going to have enough power to make Luis Gurul uncomfortable at all. And the tireder he gets dealing with Gurul's like insistence on getting back up off, not staying in one spot. I think this is a really good matchup for Gurul. I'm gonna go with him. I think he's in fighting shape. He's in great fighting shape. On top of that, he's in like fighting shape because he just fought so recently. So there's gonna be like no rust. I think it's actually gonna be a positive for him. So give me Gurul here by a knockout or a decision.
All right, so me and Andy O in disagreement with this one. I will say this though, at those odds, a nice little sprinkle on Luis Gurul. Definitely, I will do that in the betting. He is a good dog. He is.
I forgot. And the odds, nuts. Yeah, excellent spot for Gurul. Styles make fights. Okay, just for the twister finishers we have in UFC history, there were in fact 3. One of them was the Korean Zombie against Leonard Garcia. The next was, I was right, Bryce Mitchell against Matt Styles. And the guy you were talking about the deal, Damon Blackshear.
Damon Blackshear, the brother. Yes.
Remember, he got it against that super tall, lanky Jose Johnson?
Exactly, man. So Ray Tsuruya also likes to do the twister. We'll see if he gets this done this week. All right, let's move on up to the next fight here. All right, we got Cody Haddon against the Yuri Kileng here, Andy. Who you got in this one, man?
Oh, now this one was sketching me out. This is a sketchy fight here. I'm going to go with Eric Kileng, the Mongolian murderer, to craft his way into a win, man. He's improved his overall game. Grappling isn't really a weakness of his, unless he, of course, fights against, what's his name, like he did last time, Raul Rosas Jr., but he didn't get finished. He didn't get finished. He doesn't give up, this guy. He kept on fighting. The only thing here, he's got to get his striking going. He's a guy that once he gets his striking going, except, of course, again, in his last fight against Cody Gibson, where he didn't have to get his striking going. He just knocked him out in like 21 seconds. But usually he's a guy that has to get his striking going, and when he's in that groove, he's really dangerous. I feel he has enough to defeat Cody Haddon here. I think Haddon's very well-rounded. I don't think this is the end of being hyped about Cody Haddon here because he's very well-rounded. He has some very slick striking. He's more technical, I think, even. Possibly, I'm not sure if he's more technical than Kileng. But the thing here is I'm a little worried about his speed more than anything else because I think he will be faster than Kileng Ori. At the same time, he's had a long layoff as well, and he has to travel to China. I think Kilang's going to bring it here. Give me Kileng by knockout or decision.
All right, man. So I forgot to mention one quick last thing about this fight with Ray Soria and Luis Garul. The 2 inch height advantage for Ray Soria and a 4 inch reach advantage for Ray Soria was also what I wanted to say. Why I'm going for him. All right. So yeah, back to this fight here. Yeah, man. Cody Haddon, man. I really like this guy. He's a very versatile fighter. He likes to use forward pressure. He blends elite championship level boxing with an aggressive submission grappling game. He has a style like the UFC champion Ilya Topuria. He really focuses heavily on being an exciting, damage-heavy finisher. He's a 3-time Australian junior national amateur boxing champion. His striking stands out. A great footwork, head movement, very fast, very rapid, precise combinations. He's got an incredibly accurate jab and sharp counter hooks to drop opponents. And before boxing, his first martial art was Taekwondo. So he's got a black belt in Taekwondo as well. So this guy, he's very, very good at distance management and kicking. Yuri Kilang, his fighting style is very striking focused. He likes to box. He likes to grapple. Sometimes he wrestles also as well. He's got very good power and aggression. He utilizes high pressure style to overwhelm opponents with his combination of strikes and takedowns. He's aggressive with the striking. He focuses on power and pressure as well. His grappling is a key component of his style, and he uses his grappling to control his opponent and then set up his striking. I don't know if he's going to beat Cody Haddon, man. You can see that this guy's lost 12. He's got 26 wins, 12 losses. And if you look at his losses here for Yuri Kilang, a lot of the losses come from decisions. He's lost 8 decisions, 3 subs. And Cody Haddon, this guy, he can get submissions as well. I'm going to go with Cody Haddon to win this one by submission or decision. All right, so me and Andy O disagreeing. We got a lot of disagreements, me and Andy O, in this event. Let's move on up to the next one. Next fight. We got Meng Ding against Jose Henrique Souza. This one here, man, is a no-brainer for me. I'm going with Meng Ding. You look at this guy's record here, 35 wins, 9 losses. He has fought. He fights. He's very active. The Ruthless Assassin. He's a crazy striker, good kickboxing. He's very aggressive. He's got a high-paced stand-up fighting. He loves to strike with a heavy emphasis on kicks and punching combinations. He's got heavy leg kicks, powerful hand combinations to push his opponents on the back foot. He's got finishing power, 28 knockouts out of his 35 wins. So this guy, dangerous kickboxer, dangerous finishing power, dangerous knockout power in his hands, and he successfully mixes in the wrestling. He can clinch with you. He's got very good grappling. He wears down his opponents. Man, Jose Henrique, this guy's a striker mostly. He does have a foundation in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He fights out of the world-renowned Nova União Academy. He's very orthodox for his fighting style. He holds a black grade in Muay Thai. He's got sharp, clean, straight punches, devastating kicks as well. He likes to land devastating knees in the clinch. And he also was an Amazonian Jiu-Jitsu champion. So he's got a brown belt in Jiu-Jitsu. Often looks to seek out submissions, sometimes and offensive grappling. But his BJJ pedigree is not that good. So I'm going to go with Meng Ding. The power's there. We've seen this guy. His only loss has been by knockout. Give me Meng Ding by knockout or decision here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ding to get the ding here also. There's also a reason these Chinese guys have a lot of fights by the time they're 30, like this is like 45 fights here, is because, the restrictions aren't really the same out there, and they can fight all over the place whenever they want, how often they want. So also sometimes the competition is the best, but this guy is a fun fighter. With that being said, I don't think Jose Enrique is one of the better fighters either. So I think he's gonna get the knockout here. He's fun to watch. He's not a champion guy, but he's a fun fighter to watch. So we want him in there. He throws big shots while coming forward, power shots, just big striking. Big fun striking. Not as much many combos as I would like personally, but still, it's just his style. Decent grappling also. Henrique, one of his things I found is he's tough enough to come back after taking a beating and potentially winning fights. But again, he's hittable. His striking is half decent, but he also wants to keep it standing. With him, he can keep it on the feet sometimes because of his frame, and uses his balance well, and he can balance on one leg and stuff like that. But yeah, I think Meng Ding, man. I think this is a good matchup for him. I think he's going to get that knockout here. So give me ding by ding.
Ding by ding. Ding.
Ding by ding.
A nice knockout. All right, so me and Andy O agreeing with this one. Let's move on up to the main event of the prelims. Guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe. We're trying to get to 150 subs. Come on, guys, man. We're missing on 2 subs, guys.
One. We're missing 1 now. So one of you guys sub on up to the funnest MMA channel around.
Yeah, man, just smash the sub button. Get us to 150 here. All right, so between Luis Felipe Diaz and Yitzhak Lee, who you got, Andy O?
Okay. Here, my pick is going to be Luis Felipe Diaz here. He's a Muay Thai style striker. He has power. I think he's a better striker than Yitzhak Lee. Both have cardio here, but Felipe has ground chops also. The thing I noticed about him in his fights is that me personally, I don't look into this type of thing too much, but judges sometimes do, is that he gives off some bad body language sometimes. And he can look all beaten up when he's kind of not, or looks all gassed when he's kind of not, stuff like that. With Yitzhak Lee, he's lost by getting out grappled, getting taken down, like in his loss against a guy with a hard name to say here, especially with the way I have it written down here in my scratch notes, Tanya Sangalani, I think. But here, I don't know if he can apply his game here. I think his overall game needs sharpening here, and I think Diaz is just going to outstrike him and maybe get the knockout even. So give me a decision or knockout for Diaz.
Yeah, Luis Felipe Diaz, man. This guy is an elite Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighter. He balances aggressive, patient striking, gritty submission game. He's a grappler and submission specialist. Elite submission skills on the mat. The guy is very dangerous, man. Dangerous enough that he will actively put himself in defensive positions just to pull his opponent into his guard and look for back takes. Half of his professional victories have come by way of submission. When he transitions from standing on the ground, his wrestling techniques can sometimes be raw, often relying on diving for legs without deep setups. But the guy is so comfortable on the ground, and he has knockout power. Look at that. He's got 8 knockouts, 8 submissions in his 17 wins. He's a finisher, only 1 decision win. And Yitzhak Lee, well, this guy is a striker, purely striker. He's got powerful combinations, forward movement. He's got a background in judo. He does fight out of the Korean top team. So basically he likes to physically overwhelm and finish his opponents. He walks his opponents down, cutting off the cage, unleashing heavy power punch combinations. But his ground game is nowhere to be seen. The guy's just the striker in this one here. And he has also been submitted. His only loss came from submission, and Luis Felipe Diaz loves to get submissions. Oh. I think it's a no-brainer. Give me Luis Felipe Diaz by knockout or submission.
No, this guy actually tries to apply the wrestling game here, is Lee. That's why Tangasari actually kind of beat him at his own game, which I guess you're kind of right in the end, because he wants to be the better grappler, but he isn't sometimes.
Yeah, he does like to try to throw or trip his opponents and get them on the ground, but he likes to get ground and pound knockouts when he gets you on the ground, as opposed to submissions. But yeah, me and Andy O agreeing with Luis Felipe Diaz to get the win here. So there you have it, folks. Our early predictions and breakdowns for the prelims. Stay tuned for the main card coming up next. KMMA, let's get it. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Peace out, folks.